Hey, everyone. Welcome back. I am Keely. This is Keely's Flip Quest. So, I just wanted to sit down and talk about what sold for me in March. So, again, this is my first time selling in the spring season. So, I just wanted to share what I sold. I would love to hear what you guys are selling. I'm currently only selling on Poshmark, but I am considering Depop. So we'll see what happens with that. So, anyway, I guess without further ado, let's just get into this. So, my first sale was actually a really exciting one. It was a really good find that I got at my local Goodwill. It was in the bag section. I don't normally go in the bag section. I was looking for like a soccer bag for my daughter, and I happened to find this Stanley Julian mini cooler. It was a 7.2 quart black crossbody lunch bag, new with tags. Oh, I was so excited. Um, I snatched that up. So it was $9.09, um, which was great. Like it was marked up a little bit, but not a lot. So yes, all day, yes. It sold for $54 with my cost of goods and Poshmark fees. I ended up making $34.11, and that sold in 2 weeks. So that was a great one. I love that one. Um, from there, it gets a little not as good. So I finally sold something I'd had for a while. It was a top that I have since learned I need to not pick up. Back when I was watching older resale videos, they were always talking about how great FootJoy was and how they'd pick up FootJoy and flip that. Um, I have since realized FootJoy is not as good as it used to be, and I need to stop picking it up. So, especially this one, it had embroidery on it because I forgot to check because I just got excited. I was like, FootJoy. But it had a nice little Brasstown Valley Resort. Sorry, that was the cat. The cat just sneezed. Okay. Um, Logo on it. It was a size medium. It was a blue striped shirt, or like polo top. Nothing special. Anyway, it sold for $9 and my cost of goods was $6.24. So after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, my earnings was negative $1.69. And this took 3 to 4 months to sell. So, did we learn from this? Yes. So as long as you learn, great. Also, I didn't totally eat the full amount of the cost of goods, so I'll take it. I will take that. Next up, so something I love about getting into reselling is I can just take stuff around my house I don't want anymore and just list it. And sometimes people buy it, and I love that. So I had these little, bear with me, um, Swarovski, with like the little swan that's like glass or crystal, those things. Yep. Anyway, I had three little field mice, and it was on this little like mirror tray display. I got it when I was a kid from like a family member, and I've just had it ever since because I didn't want to get rid of it because someone gave it to me. But I've reached this point in my life where I'm just like, if I don't want it, I don't want it. So listed that. It sold for $26, and my earnings after Poshmark fees was $20.80. It sold in 4 weeks, so I love that. I am decluttering my house and also making money. So, yes, all day. This next one, so experiment time. Um, on Rad Resells, I don't remember who said it now. I don't know if it was, wow, I can't think of their names. I'm blanking on their names. Natalie, or Will. There we go. Will said it. I think that anything with like an animal logo or embroidery on it sells really well. It's a really good brand. So when I saw this one, Onward Reserve, I was like, let's see. Let's put this to the test. So picked up this blue and white striped polo extra large performance like golf shirt. Um, it cost $6.24. It ended up selling for $26. So my cost of goods, no, with my cost of goods and Poshmark fees, I ended up making $14.56. But what blew my mind was this sold in 4 days. So I don't know if this was a fluke or if this was the whole animal logo equals quick sell, great brand sort of thing. So more research is needed. If you know anything about that, let me know. But there is that one. Okay. Next up, okay. This is one of those brands that I thought was good, and now I'm learning is not good. I think I'm like 98% sure it's not good. Again, let me know. Let me know. It's Johnny O. It was a prep performance plaid button down, bamboo stretch shirt, size extra large. I bought it for $6.24 and it sold for $11. So after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, I made $1.81. It took 2.5 months to sell. So I don't think this is it. I don't think this is good anymore. It might have been good at some point, but I don't think it's good now. I did have another one, a Johnny O Top Shelf Hamilton Barbados blue plaid button down, also size extra large. That one sold for $21. So that one was better, and that one also sold relatively quickly. I don't remember how quick, but quicker. And then I have another one currently listed in my closet. It's a Johnny O Hanging Out plaid button down shirt, size extra large. So again, please, please, please tell me. Um, do I just need to stay away from it completely? Are there certain models that do better than others? What is going on with this brand? I don't know. I genuinely don't. So please feel free to share. I would love that. I would love that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. This next one, ooh, this is a brand I know does sell. Viore. So this was a Viore Sunnyside Relaxed hoodie in cinnamon orange. And it was a cropped sweatshirt, size large. So the only reason I think I was able to pick this one up at the thrift store was because the pull tag and the taggy tag in the back had been cut out. So I don't think anyone like took their time to like actually look at it and see that it was Viore. The fabric tag said Viore, and then also like the little hit sewn in down at the bottom on the outside said Viore also. So it was clearly Viore, but like if you were just like speed going through, I don't think you would have seen it. But I did have to like measure all the things, figure out it was size large. So this one sold for $44, which was so exciting. I don't know why. When I sell things for like a higher price, just because it doesn't happen very often that I find really good things or they sell for really good prices, it just surprises me. And I'm just like, in disbelief. And I love it. Um, Cost of goods, like I said, $6.24. And then so with Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I ended up earning $28.96 on that one. And it sold in 3 to 4 weeks. So that was a good one. Okay. Next up, so this ended up, I thought this was gonna be a personal pickup. It was a Burn Boot Camp tie-dye sweatshirt, size medium. It was on Independent Trading Co. crew neck sort of thing. Um, it cost $6.24. Again, I picked this up for personal originally, and then I changed my mind about it. So I took the pictures of it, and I wasn't originally going to list it on Poshmark, but because I already had the pictures, I was like, for funsies, let's just list this and see what happens. Because I was gonna post it on like the Facebook group for the Burn Boot Camp. Like they have a Sunday fun day where you can like list and sell stuff. So I was just waiting for that. But in the meantime, this sold. So it sold after a week. It did sell for $15, which is honestly what I would have sold it for on Facebook. But then this was just easier because I didn't have to leave my house. But whatever. Did I make less? Yes. But did I try to make money off of this at all? Really? I wasn't really trying. So my earnings were $1.93. Cool. Whatever. Um, Next, ooh, this is my last one. So this one I picked up and I actually was like, this should be good for spring. And it's sold in spring. So I'm excited. I was right. Halfway. Because I picked up two of these and only one is sold. But anyway, it's an American Eagle floral cropped peplum, like blousey boho top. It was super cute. It was actually the half off price or half off color for that week, but the tag was a little bit different. The tag didn't have any color on it, so you had to actually read that it was like the color that was on sale. So I think that's why that had also been missed. See, I catch things that people miss. That's how I get things. I get lucky. Um, anyway, so it was $3.12. I actually got two of them. The other one hasn't sold. I don't know. I don't know, but this one did. So it sold for $25. And with my cost of goods and Poshmark fees, I ended up earning $16.88, and this sold in 3 weeks. So that was a good one. All right. Well, that is everything that sold for me in March. Again, I'm learning. Bear with me. But if you want to continue to hang out, if you like this kind of stuff, if you learn something, if nothing else, you're maybe entertained by it, I'd love to have you. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'd also love to hear from you. Like, what are you guys selling in March? Or what did you sell in March? What are you gonna sell in April? You think? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are your plans for summer? Like, let me know. I'd love to hear. I love to learn more. I'm still learning. I'd love to hear from you. Hopefully you like hearing from me. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out.